In this video, we're going to talk about the project configuration deployment. So project configuration deployment allows transferring and updating complex project hierarchies between Codebeamer instances. In our basic example here, we're going to have a configuration instance, a dev, a test, and a production instance. So first of all, we're going to start with the configuration instance. Here, we would create the high-level corporate templates, as you can see here on the slide. And the high-level corporate template will have root-level tracker configurations from where basically most of the projects will inherit. Then the domain-specific template projects would be created using the high-level corporate templates, still in the configuration environment. These domain-specific template projects would consist of domain-specific trackers in it. The end-user projects would then be created in comp server, for example, A, project B1 or X, and these are going to be further deployed to production and the test environments. In this production server, there would be no inheritance between projects, so every project in the production server would be separate and independent. The goal of this video is to show you how to take the current state of a project and migrate or deploy all of those changes to the other project that is supposedly in the prod or the test environment. For this demonstration, I'm going to use this deployment demo project, but before we're going to start the deployment, we need to go to the System Admin tab. Go to the Application Configuration, and here in the configuration, we need to paste this deployment part, which is going to enable the deployment for us. Once that's done, we can save that, and now we're ready to go and open our project. So here, we're going to do a change, and after the deployment, we're going to see if that change went through to the other project. So let's go to the trackers. I'm going to select the customer requirement specification, and here, we're going to create a new field, and then we're going to deploy this configuration so that in the other project, we're going to have the same field. So let's go to configuration, fields, and add the new field. I'm going to name it deployment test and select as a boolean, save it. Going to save the configuration of the tracker, and now we are ready to deploy our change. As I mentioned, after the deployment, this field should appear in our other project as well, which is the production project. To do the deployment, we're going to navigate to the Admin tab, and we're going to click on Export for Deployment. Here, a background job has been started, and we need to navigate to the Deployment Export page. So let's click on that. Now we are here. We can add the password for the deployment. In this case, we are not going to, so I'm just going to click on Export. Now the process had been started. So once it's finished, we're going to see a notification down here at the bottom right corner. It's finished because we didn't have a huge configuration or a huge project. So now I'm ready to download the zip file, which is going to contain all of the configuration that we need to deploy. So I'm going to click on that, and the download has been started. Now that we have our zip file, the only thing that's left to do is to deploy it. For that, I'm currently in a different instance, and what I need to do is go to the Project tab, click on the three dots, and select Apply Project Deployment. Once we selected that, we need to attach our zip file, wait for it to upload. For the password, we're going to leave that empty, as we didn't put any passwords for our deployment, and the additional settings, we're going to leave them as is. Let's hit apply, and we get a notification that the background process started, and we'll get another one when it finishes. So we can see on the bottom right corner that it's been started. Let's wait a couple of seconds for it to finish. Now that the deployment finished, we can take a look at our project, deployment demo project, and if I navigate to the trackers,
customer requirement specifications. And take a look at the configuration there. We're going to see the field that we just created. So let's go to the Fields tab, scroll down, and here we have the deployment test field. So this is how you can deploy changes from one instance to the other.